Okay, this is Blue Collar Gaming and Content back again. We are going to start a brand new
Ever tell you about
playthrough
this
of The
sorcerer I
Witcher
knew?
3 Wild
Couldn't
Hunt.
stop talking about
The
how
Witcher
useful
3
they are
Wild
as
Hunt
creatures.
is a 7-year-old game that actually just got quite the facelift with a little bit of additional content.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
I skipped a lot of the beginning
Because by
tutorial
eating rotting
on my
corpses,
recording
they
just
prevent
because
epidemics.
it would be
Did you
boring.
know they eat the living as well?
No, really upset him too. His
The
theory
spell that I'm about
collapsed.
to pick
Blue
up,
skull
you will actually
and black
figure
crystal.
it out in the opening
Why do
credit
I
and
think this is the
cutscene.
ends?
When you start out in The Witcher, you will be traveling with Vesemir. If you're not familiar with the Witcher series, which
Slow now.
I assume that if
Whoa.
you are playing this, you probably are familiar with the series. Vesemir is Geralt of Rivia's trainer and mentor, and also
War
the
is
leader
not
of the
exactly
School of the
going
Wolf.
our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Start out the game
Radovid's
in
pledged to restore the old
a
borders.
map region called
Soon as
White
he
Orchard,
wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe
and
something.
you are hunting
That's what keeps us
Yennefer.
going.
Not hunting, trying to find her. I'm a relatively new channel. I'm putting out a variety of content. So if you like what you're seeing, like and subscribe. Suggestions or input, leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. This is a longer run just because I decided to put the whole White Orchard mission line into one recording. I will be breaking it down into shorter recordings for the remaining map regions that you have to cover.
Has it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
More or less just going to cover the main storyline missions in this series of videos. I've beat the game multiple times.
God, that
You will
was
see
close.
some places I am
I
playing
was
by
sure I'd
memory,
end up like my mare.
Provided
Not-
you got lucky.
tracking the quest itself.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
You'd
I
like a
am
reward,
playing
I
on a
suppose.
PC currently, but it is also available on Xbox One. I would like to say probably PlayStation and
Could
other
always use
major
a few
gaming
crowns.
consoles as well.
Thing is, I've a meager purse at the moment. Nilfgaardians requisitioned my goods. Now this. Here.
I
Back
am
to the
playing
trail.
on the second
Like I said,
highest difficulty
leads to
level,
the main road
story and
ends
sword.
there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But
There's going to be a lot of
there's
videos in
an
this
inn here in
series.
White Orchard.
Like I
Sole
said
one
previously,
around.
I
Gets
have
its
beat
share
this
of
game multiple
travelers.
times,
Perhaps
and it's
you'll learn
right
something
around the
there.
50-hour
Not a bad idea.
playthrough
Especially since that wound
without
needs
doing
cleaning.
every single side quest,
Beast
which there are a
barely
lot
breathes.
of them that you can
But
pick
sure,
up and do if you want
use a
the
good
extra
rye,
XP and coins.
Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go. So, a griffin this close to the
As you can
village.
see, I'm a little rusty on
Strange.
controls
I
due
thought
to
exactly.
not playing this for
Forest to the
approximately a
mountain,
year.
sure, but here, near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should...
about Smith's boy.
Come on now.
This was the day some folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting the fire, started poking and asking. When he started twisting and squirming, so wham bam, they knocked his head off.
Oh, so it were. Except it was some drowner.
Ah!
Sapped on it. Witcher had naught to do with it. What did the folk do? They laid his corpse to rest.
What? Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
Witches?
I'll not drink with Weaverlost freaks.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. One mean beast.
Mean? Light way for a hunter to put it. Clawed Lena so bad, poor thing's 1 foot in the grave. But does no good to wallow in misfortune. How can I be of service?
With a drop of vodka for me.
And you? Something to wet your tongue?
There a contract on that griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the aldermen don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And seems they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Shame. We might have done something, but not for free.
Looking
If
for a
you
woman,
are familiar
raven-haired,
with the Witcher
violet
series,
eyes, dresses in
this
black and white,
particular game
riding in from
actually
Willoughby.
occurs
And,
20,
strange as
15,
it
20
sounds,
years
lilac and gooseberries
after
might have
the
smelled
events
that.
of the last season of
I've
The
not
Witcher on
seen nor
Netflix.
smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Thanks for everything. Help you bandage that up?
Have base
Please.
game plus the
I'm not
DLCs
decrepit
for
yet.
this. Both Blood and
Then I'll
Stone.
ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Yeah. Black One's been out measuring the fields.
Let him measure. Better that than burning the
Let me
harvest.
rephrase that. Heart of Stone
Drommel, you're
and
dumber than
Blood
a
and
headless
Wine.
cockerel. Why are they marking out them lines, eh? Passing out their patrimony. Give it to their own.
More. There are 4 factions.
If you want to learn to play Gwent, this table to your left will do it. Me personally, I do not like the Gwent mechanic of this game. I do not enjoy it, and I
Looking for a
do
woman.
not like how much emphasis
everyone.
some
Not
of the
like
missions
everyone.
have
And not just
on
any woman.
playing Gwent.
Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries.
I would
dresses
rather
in
not have
black and
anything to
white.
do with it at all.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
This colorful gentleman right here will come into play
Fine,
during
I'll have a
the
drink.
Heart of Stone
Give me a cut to the
DLC.
chase. You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. And once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
It's a Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
There are dialogue portions of this game that will have a direct effect
Recognize
on
me from Master Dandelion's
later
ballads too.
events,
To your health.
or even the survival of an entire faction.
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gone to Rodim, at your service.
Vagrant. That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
None of your business.
Yes. As a vagrant, I deserve no explanation.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
An Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble, and you'll be nearby to help.
And then there's these knuckleheads.
Done drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Then fuck off.
Don't want your kind here.
Better round up someone else to help. 3 of you don't stand a chance against me.
What? I could fuck you up by myself.
If I had a bag over my head and my hands tied behind... Actually, no, not even then.
Chet, Lesh, back off. I'll teach this vagrant a lesson. Man on freak.
Now, how long you gonna make me wait?
Rippy soldier! You're dead!
These guys not really that tough. That and the boxing mechanic in this game is one of my strong suits, I feel. There are many side quests to get a title for best fighter in a particular region. Each region has one.
Faster.
It's typically 3 fights plus a championship.
Whoa!
In this game, you can fight off of horseback, which is what I'm about to do. You just got to keep an eye on your horse's fear level. If your horse gets scared, you will be thrown off. The faster you're moving when you actually strike your enemy, the more damage it's going to deal. And watch out for gas spots. They will kill you slowly. Or rapidly, depending on how heavy they are. That is that.
Go, go.
Early game, loot everything. You just never know what you might find in crates and bags and on corpses, etc. A lot of the animal corpses, monster corpses, you will actually need those pieces and parts for your alchemy potions, which I did not really cover in this. Each potion you have to round up the ingredients and make it once. After you make it the initial time, if you have some form of alcohol in your system and you meditate, it will replenish your potions. And we are on to go talk to the black ones.
Come on, Roach.
It's kind of cool. You more or less start the game as far as the main mission line at this garrison. Depending on your choices throughout the game, at the very end,
no locals allowed without the express consent
you will come back here
commander.
for more or less the closing
I look like
scene.
a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
A witcher? Captain Peter Sagwin Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
Guessing your captain's got work for me.
This is the army, Nordling. There is no guessing.
To the tower. Go.
We must requisition a share of your harvest.
Aye,
How much grain will your village give?
whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can you give?
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier and...
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned only the Elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
Very perceptive of you. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgern. This explains why I did not hear your footsteps. What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a griffin in the area. Slay it. And then I shall see what I can do.
Why do you care about this griffin?
Because I care about people. The beast has killed 10 already, including a few of my men. To hunt it, I would need to mobilize the entire garrison, comb the woods, organize a batu. Simply impossible.
Too big a hassle?
No, too high a risk. I cannot disperse my forces. Temeria's army we have crushed, but its common folk remain, ready to answer a call to arms. So, as to this griffin, I can sit on my hands, or hire a professional.
It's a deal. Some questions before I start. Know where the griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate. Since then, the Griffin has grown bold. Attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
Need more information about this Griffin. Its sex, why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know. I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislav. He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood. Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
I'll need bait. A specific herb. Buckthorn. Scent should lure the Griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this. But I am not yet fluent in the common tongue.
Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Tomira and Mislav. Thanks.
Es sunt jagten.
Alrighty, this is Tomara, the herbalist's hunt.
Bad time.
Not at all. Hand me the beggar tickets, the red bloom. Well, well, one versed in herbs.
Probably saying too much, but I know a bit. For instance, that beggar tick's poisonous.
In large doses. Small ones soothe pain and bring forth pleasant dreams. Which is all I can hope to do for her.
Griffin do that to her?
Delina. Yes. Attacked her at night. She was walking in the woods.
At night? Through the woods? In wartime?
Meeting a boy. The young, you know, do foolish things for love. Wounds are healing.
Okay, I did
Blood's pooling in her
craft
skull.
and bring
Nothing
a
my boots
swallow
can do to her.
potion to her for
Could try to help her with one of my potions.
to heal
Swallow
her up.
can heal internal hemorrhages.
That is optional, but if you do,
Witcher's
you
potions
get
aren't for
a
humans.
few recipes,
She'll die as it is.
little
Yes,
other rewards
peaceful death
from her
soothed
for
by your
doing so.
concoctions. If I give her swallow and something goes wrong, the whole village will hear her screams.
You can get the ingredients from
I
most of your
understand.
early potions from
Do as you
buying
will.
from her or
Looking for
scavenging
buckthorn.
around the local
Know if it
farms in
grows
this
anywhere
area,
around here?
and also her
Bottom of the
personal
river, where
garden
the channel's
around this
widest.
hut.
But you do know that once out of the water...
It'll stink worse than a week-old carcass. Counting on it. I'm hunting the Griffin. Need the buckthorn for bait.
I was thinking... A few years ago, we had trouble, drowners under the bridge. The whole village had to pitch in for a witcher. Who now can afford the bounty on a griffin's head?
Captain Peter Sar, something.
Ah, good to know the Black One's looking out for our welfare.
Nilfgaard values one thing. Order. Griffin's disturbing that. It's gotta go.
Yes. First I'll tend to the monsters, then to the folk.
Not from here, are you? A lot of bitterness in you. Too much for someone who's spent her life in a hut in the middle of nowhere.
True.
It is always worth
And you're in a
looking
hurry.
into these merchants'
Elsewise you'll not
inventories
use bait, just wait for the
because a
griffin
lot
to
of
attack
them
again.
have
Believe we could have an interesting conversation.
important items as far as
Maybe next time.
manuscripts to craft the different potions that you use throughout the game. You'll see later on some of them carry special maps for legendary Witcher gear, which I do look for.
Anyone home?
Alright, this is Ms.
Must be
Love's
out
hut.
hunting.
He's not home, so we're going to track him.
Trail's fresh. Mislav just left home. you, Mislav.
Hear that?
Wolves? No. Wild dogs.
Yes. More dangerous than wolves.
I'm hunting bigger game. The Nilfgaardians the Griffin killed. Where'd you find them?
Ah, I see. You a witcher. That monster slayer they's talking about in the village. I'll show you, sure. But, I gotta kill those mutts before they hurt someone. Will you help? That is, if you don't mind blunting your silver blades on them.
Sure. Griffin's not going anywhere.
No. Dogs might, though. So step careful now. Come on.
These dogs been a problem for a while now?
Since the war started. Soldier
This
on the
recording
march.
that you are
Stop
currently
to rape a
watching,
woman, strangler,
the White
killer man for a
Orchard
chuckle, even
mission
butcher a
line.
cow.
And I did
Dog,
some side missions.
kicking,
Took,
passing, no
I don't
more.
know,
So
4,
these
maybe
stray
6
mutts
hours.
form
Not
packs.
very long to get through
Gaunt,
this section of it.
Guts stuck to their spines, covered in scabies, but they just won't die, because they're clever. More so than foxes. And they hate men something fierce. Too late. Attacked another one.
For a hunter, he really is not as good a shot as he probably should be. He is still working on one dog where I just laid out 4, 5.
Let's dance.
And then I gotta finish this before.
Dieter.
You know him?
We served at the Lord's Manor together, where the Black Army's encamped now. He was a stable hand, I was the Lord's hunter. But that was before... well, a long time ago.
Before what?
Before they drove me from the village.
What did you do?
Nothing. I'm a freak. Sorry. I'd rather not talk about it.
As you will notice, I am all
too.
about the dialogue and
Aye.
getting the
But of another
backstory on
kind.
some of
If it's
these
lycanthropy, I can help.
individuals you will meet throughout
What?
gameplay.
Lycanthropy. Werewolves.
Just my thing. I
Handled
enjoy
a
it.
few
I do the
cases in the
same
past.
Fallout,
It's usually a
Skyrim,
simple
etc.
curse.
The
that-
Lord's son, Florian, and I, we loved each other. Dieter walked in on us in the stables. They drove me away. Florian hanged himself. Lord started drinking, and the estate fell into ruin. That's the long and short of it.
I'm sorry.
Ancient history now. I was to show you where I found the Nilfgaardians. Come.
Griffin, know anything about it?
Not much. It's not my kind of game.
You're his kind, though. Survival instincts alone ought to make you care.
I walk silent through the woods. No griffin can hear me nor spy me. 'Twas here. One lay there, by the stump, headless. The other hung from a branch, guts splayed, stretching down to... Watch out for yourself now.
I'll be fine. Not the first griffin I've dealt with. Not likely to be the last either.
Hope you're right. Good hunting now.
Nilfgaardians were celebrating. Griffin interrupted.
And you're going to use your Witcher senses to investigate the whole area.
Ground's black, saturated with blood. A camp. These prints are older and deeper, heavily armored. Nilfgaardians, probably.
Alright, and this is a fast travel point. This game, you cannot fast travel from wherever you want to. If you want to fast travel, you actually have to go to the nearest fast travel point and select whichever other fast travel point across the map you want to use.
Griffin's nest. What remains of it, at least. Corpse is a couple of weeks old. Still alive when the Griffin brought him here. Took a long time dying. Bones. Horse, dog, human. A few months' worth. Female. Larvae in her wounds have already hatched. Been dead at least a week. Other griffin must be a male. Deep cuts over the whole body. Not a drop of blood on the beak or claws. Didn't defend herself. Crept up on her while she slept. Beak tips worn. Gray hairs in the coat. 10, 12 years old. Griffins pair off for life when young. Male must be about the same age. Thick shaft, dense barbs. A royal griffin. Explains why the male I ran into was so aggressive. Hunted the Nilfgaardians down here in the forest first, then started prowling the area. Burned. Only a human could do this.
Okay, there are 3 types of currency in this game. Crowns, orns, and florins. The only one accepted at merchants across the map are the crowns. However, there is a banker in Hierarch Square in Novigrad, Vimy Vivaldi. You can go to him, and for a fee, he will exchange your orns and florins into crowns. He will convert it, and then you can spend it. Alrighty, we are about to go get the buckthorn out of the bottom of the river. on the mini map up in the right corner, whenever you see leaves like you see right now, there are various herbs sitting around wherever you are.
Should talk to Vesemir.
And I got the buckthorn. Now we get to go back and talk to Vesemir.
Got good news and bad news. Good news first. Captain of the Nilfgaardian garrison knows where Yennefer went.
And the bad's that we have to kill the Griffin for him. What else could he want from two Witchers? Go on. Tell me what you know.
Griffin's abandoned its lair. Gotta make a lure, set a trap.
And how's that going?
Got the buckthorn.
Ought to work like a charm. Powerful scent.
More like stench.
City boy. Rotting meat, manure, piss. Standard smells of the countryside. Remember Tredegor? Hunting that Zoogle in the trash heap? You spent half the next day bathing, scrubbing yourself.
How can I forget? You ever gonna stop bringing that up? Learned some things. It's a male, had its nest in the Vulpine Woods. The Nilfgaardians burned the woods down, killed its mate, smashed their eggs. Thought they'd fixed things.
It's always the same. Instead of sending for a professional, they try to do it themselves, only end up making matters worse. Fine. If everything's ready, say the word and we'll get to work.
I'm ready. No point in waiting. Let's find a good spot to ambush it.
Picked one out already. Other side of the stream. There's fields and a grove. Plenty of room and far enough so no one will get in our way.
Good. Meet you there. Dream, amber waves of grain.
And here we are, where we're setting a trap for the Griffin.
I know how to choose them. So, ready?
Let's start. Wind's good. Bait's scent will spread quickly.
Now all we have to do is wait. Come on. We can cower in the shade of those birches.
Then we just gotta wait for it to show up.
Once we find Yennefer, what'll you do? Got your eye on a contract?
No. I'll go to Kaer Morhen.
Little early to settle in for the winter.
Snows are a way off, yes. And that's what worries me. Nilfgaard's crossed the Pontar in the east. Puts them maybe a week's march from Kaer Morhen. If they reach the valley before snows can cover the passes, well, we need to cover our tracks, hide our paths. Speaking of winter and wintering, think you'll come this year?
Maybe. Might bring a guest.
And here we go. Griffin is a pretty tough fight.
It's close.
Especially being this low level.
Warm welcome.
Wait. Take this.
A crossbow.
Won it in a card game while you ran around. Might come in handy.
The crossbow has two different firing modes. One, you
crossbow.
can actually press and hold right button.
Stop talking. Got a
I am
Griffin
playing
to
on
kill.
PC, but I'm using an Xbox controller, so it could vary. But you can press and hold and aim it manually. It slows time while you were doing so. Or you can do a quick aim, which is basically just hit the right button. Pretty much all winged beasts do that wing sweep thing, which is the majority of how they deal their damage. Some monsters will have venom or whatnot that they shoot at you. See how you shoot them?
Damn! It's fast!
How you like that silver?
I did not do a very good job here dodging the wing sweeps.
Don't let it get away!
Okay, at this point the Griffin has ran and you gotta go chase after him. You also want to be watching toxicity as you're slamming persons, because once it gets so high, you actually start moving, which is pretty much the point I'm at right now. You can see the green haze is kind of floating around my screen. There are abilities that lessen the lethal toxicity of persons, so that you can take more and turn it into a total weirded out weapon.
Not bad. Not bad.
Once you slay an animal,
you could stand to improve
monster like this, if you're doing a contract or whatnot, you actually need to make sure you loot the trophy for that monster off of the monster.
It's too obvious.
So you can get paid
But
for
more
it.
on that later. Take the Griffin's head to the Black Ones.
You keep
I'll
the
get
trophies
your
after the
horses.
contract is
Meet me at
fulfilled.
the inn.
Each trophy has different perks if you carry it on your saddle. A Griffin trophy hanging off your saddle is not going to have the same perks as a Night Wraith or a Noon Wraith or Grave Hag or whatever
Place of power.
hanging off your saddle.
Draw
They all
from
have
it.
different perks. Alright, you can find your first set of legendary wizards here. 2 swords. Find one of them right here at this chapel. It's the Viper swords is what you find. You will not be able to obtain the Viper armor till the Heart of Stone DLC. But early game, you want to upgrade your swords. This is a good way to do it. As you can see, I just pulled from that place of power, and it gave me 1 ability point as well as boosted the strength of my sign for a limited period of time. Bust this door down with Ard. once you get down here, you're gonna have to finish fighting the race to the top. Like deal. And as you can see, it's dark in here. Use your Witcher sense, and you will see all the different crates and whatnot that are laying around here. Read this and it will give you the location for the second sword. That was the silver I just got. The scavenger hunt is all of your legendary Witcher gear is done as a scavenger hunt. Each set of Witcher gear, with the exception of the Viper gear, will have different upgrades
You take me for a
that
blind
you
man or a
can
fool.
do
This
at
brain is
different
rotten.
points throughout the game. You just have to go through and find all the diagrams
So,
to
a
upgrade that
fool.
armor.
Damn it, you never learn.
Each armor and
Military
upgrade
Codex,
has
Article 2,
a
Section
minimum
3.
level
For
that
the
you have to
delivery
be in
of
order to
defective
use
goods,
it.
15 lashes with a
The
knout.
first armor you're
Make
going to
it
be able
so.
to use is actually the Griffin
by the
armor,
gods, no!
as far as levels. The School of the Griffin puts
What?
emphasis on using signs while you're fighting.
Guess you've dropped your good uncle act.
It was no act. I extended a hand to these people. They spat on it.
Could it be because it held the sword that killed their loved ones?
Tja, a moralist. And what would you do in my stead?
Wouldn't ever be in your stead.
Tell me why you've come.
Fulfilled my end of the bargain. Your turn. Where'd Yennefer go?
To Vizima.
While we're going
She was
through
a
this, the
day's ride
different
from here the
legendary
whole time.
Witcher
Under my nose.
gear sets you
Might
can
have said
get.
so.
You have
Yes, I
Griffin,
might have. But
School
you
of the
would
Bear,
not have killed the Griffin.
School of the Wolf,
Tit
School of the
for tat.
Cat, School of the Manticore.
Halt!
You will not be able to
We
hunt
are
for
not
the
done.
School of the Manticore gear
It's
till
yours.
you get
Just
to
go.
the Blood and Wine DLC.
I would not want you to say you were inadequately compensated.
The wolf gear you will not be able to hunt till after you progress most of the way throughout the storyline, because you have to go to Kaer Morhen to find it.
Your friend's there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
Time we were on our way.
Mm-hmm. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
What happened to the lilies?
Took them down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You
And in
fond of
order
the
to get the
Imperials,
scavenger
you
hunts
Nilfgaard's
for
whore.
the legendary Witcher gear, you actually have to buy the maps off of various merchants
I know
throughout
grief
the
eats at
world.
your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to
Let
my sister
go!
attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt! Leave me be!
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You all
It's
right?
amazing how much trouble one drunk woman in a bar
They say
can cause
witches
for
steal
you.
young'uns. That true. What the Emperor promised you, freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
They won't back down now.
I can see that. It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
See his face! God save us!
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
And that is pretty much a wrap
Excuses,
for
excuses.
the White
You've
Orchard
not
portion of
changed a bit.
our Witcher playthrough.
Yen?
Thank you for watching. If you like what you see,
I received a report.
hit
about a
that
witcher
subscribe
that appeared
and
in
like
White
button.
Orchard.
If you
I knew it
have
was
any
you.
input you want to put in,
For me.
leave it down
I
in the
might
comments.
have waited until you found me, but
Thank you for watching.
you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to
Y'all
see
have a
you.
nice day.
To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?